Jai Shri Radhe Krishna. Many times, God Himself breaks our relationships to protect us from harm. The happiest people in the world are those who realize that expecting anything from others is futile. A little sadness in life is necessary. If we experience only happiness, we will never grow. It is a common misconception that a single person cannot make a difference. But just look at the sun. It alone illuminates the entire world. The truly fortunate are not those who receive everything easily, but those who make the best of whatever they have. As written in the Bhagavad Gita, when a person's needs change, so does their way of speaking. People chase after profit as if it is the most valuable thing, but true wealth lies in perseverance. The one who keeps complaining is the real loser, while the true winner is the one who keeps trying, even after 1,000 failures. The person we love the most often takes the most advantage of us because they know our weaknesses. Be wise enough to forgive, but not foolish enough to be deceived repeatedly. Have faith in the giver and do not lose hope. Tomorrow will be better than today. Strive to reach a level in life where people regret losing you. Never compare yourself to others. Be the best version of yourself. Every creation of God is unique, and considering yourself inferior to anyone is an insult to His creation. A person's mind can be both their greatest enemy and their closest friend. If the mind controls you, it becomes an enemy. If you master your mind, it becomes your ally. Do not feel bad if someone ignores you. People often disregard things based on their own status. Never chase after those who do not value you. Shri Krishna teaches that everyone makes mistakes, but only those with pure hearts and a desire to maintain relationships work to correct them. The greatest disappointment in life comes from misplaced expectations. Sometimes a person does not break or shatter. They simply lose, sometimes to themselves, sometimes to fate. Always make time for yourself, even when with loved ones, because your first responsibility is to yourself. If you are too good, people may take advantage of you. No matter how strained a relationship becomes, do not break it. Just as dirty water may not quench thirst, but it can still extinguish a fire. Whenever the world challenges you, God provides countless solutions. A fool often loses a good person for the sake of selfish gain. Keep doing good, and just like water washes away dirt, negativity will fade away. If someone does not understand you, there is no need to explain. If someone refuses to listen, there is no need to convince them. Help others with a sincere heart. If your heart does not find peace, let go. Those who wish to leave will eventually do so. The two things that separate people most are words and money. Those who merely dream find the night too short, while those who pursue their dreams find the day too short. If you want to understand someone's habits, respect them. If you want to see their true nature, give them freedom. Every person has a unique talent, but many destroy it by trying to become like others. Do not make yourself so unreachable that people hesitate to approach you, nor so easily available that they take you for granted. Silence is never truly empty. Some pains are so deep that they steal even your voice. Today, people focus on a single mistake and forget all the good you have done. The more you understand people, the lonelier you will feel. Even the relationships you once believed would last a lifetime may come to an end. Shri Krishna says that anything attached to ego will only leave after destruction. Anyone can talk in their free time, but true love is when someone makes time for you. If you keep waiting for circumstances to improve, you will remain stagnant. Take the initiative, rise up and shape your life. Create an identity for yourself before the world forgets to recognize you. It does not matter what others think about you. What truly matters is what you think about yourself. Failure is a lesson, an opportunity to grow. Nothing we desire comes easily, but that is the reality of life. Some people become disheartened by small struggles, while others face countless hardships yet remain joyful. Some have everything but are always sad, while others have nothing yet always find happiness. Patience during difficult times is a victory in itself. Stress only multiplies problems, while a smile can lead to solutions. Shri Krishna reminds us that just as the wind changes direction, so does a person's fate. So, if you are going through tough times, do not worry. Just wait for the right moment, because time always changes. Remember, if evil could be reasoned with, the player of the flute would never have allowed the Mahabharata to happen. He is making you wait now because when the time is right, he will bless you with so much that you won't even be able to contain it. Never be angry with your life. Many people dream of living the life you have. If you ask an unsuccessful person why they have not achieved success, they will usually give two reasons: bad luck and lack of time. If someone breaks your trust, be grateful because they have taught you an important lesson. Trust should be given carefully. Believe in yourself. Within you lies something greater than any obstacle. Time has the power to change everything. It can turn friends into enemies and enemies into friends, for selfishness is a powerful force. A sandalwood tree is known worldwide for its fragrance, yet people forget that the world's most venomous snakes reside on it. Likewise, those who speak sweetly on the outside may harbor ill intentions within. Trust should be given only after careful thought. Just as a stone must be rubbed, heated, and even burned in fire to be transformed into gold, a person must endure hardships to achieve success. Shri Krishna teaches that unless the wrong people leave your life, the right people cannot enter. The less you concern yourself with what others are doing, the happier you will be. Time always arrives at the right moment, so be patient. Those who cannot compete with you will start hating you. Never argue with fools. Engaging with them only diminishes your own value. Learn knowledge from a guru, struggle from your father, and values from your mother. Whatever remains, life itself will teach you. Misunderstandings and pride are the two main reasons relationships fall apart. The crowd always follows the easiest path, but that does not mean it is the right one. Choose your own path because no one knows what is best for you better than yourself. The mind is the most fertile ground. Whatever is planted there will grow, whether it be thoughts, hatred, or love. History has shown that whenever something becomes extraordinary, the world seeks to discredit it. Anger is nothing but punishing yourself for someone else's mistake. If those close to you insult you repeatedly, the best response is to walk away. A person's life is determined by their actions. Whatever they do will eventually come to light. Life is beautiful. It will make you laugh, and it will make you cry. But the one who stays joyful through life's challenges earns the respect of life itself. Losing is a part of life, but the joy of winning after a loss is unmatched. You don't need to imitate others to be great. Instead, be so great that others wish to imitate you. Life is given only once, but each day presents an opportunity to truly live. Be in control of your own happiness. Never let anyone else dictate it. If you have the means to give, do so, because God has placed you among the givers, not the beggars. To see good times, one must endure bad times. Serve others, but expect nothing in return, for only God gives true rewards. Always focus on what you want to achieve, not on what you have lost. There is no greater charity than offering food and water, and no one greater than one's parents. The greatest mantra in life is this: a good prayer never leaves you, and a bad prayer never stops following you. People may be pleased by outward displays, but God looks at intentions. A truly rich person is not defined by wealth, but by good thoughts, a kind heart, and humility. Rather than trying to silence critics, simply stop listening to them. Life will become easier. Words have immense power. Someone who speaks kindly can sell chilies, while someone who speaks harshly may struggle to sell honey. Happiness gained at the expense of others' suffering is short-lived. Listening to criticism is essential because constant praise leads to stagnation. Don't lose hope. If pain exists, so does its cure. Whatever you give, respect or betrayal, will eventually return to you. Be patient and never be discouraged, for the one writing your story is the greatest author of the universe. Praise may be given lightly, but insults should be delivered carefully, for they are like loans that are repaid with interest when the time is right. You cannot change the past, but by working today, you can shape a better future. Shri Krishna teaches that those who are jealous of you have already accepted that you are better than them. Give up these 5 things to find happiness. Trying to please everyone, expecting too much from others, living in the past, considering yourself inferior to anyone, overthinking. Adapt to the times. Either you change with time, or time will change you. Don't resent your circumstances. Instead, learn to navigate them. Do not share your secrets with everyone. Too much respect and attention can make people take you for granted. If people talk about you behind your back, don't be discouraged. It means you have something worth talking about. Success is never attained by begging. Only hard work brings real achievements. Be mindful of small mistakes, for a person does not stumble over mountains, but over tiny stones. Without acknowledging your mistakes, you will never grow into a better person. Start giving, and both respect and wealth will naturally follow. A person consumed by ego sees neither their own faults nor the goodness in others. The greater the challenges in life, the stronger you become. And as you grow stronger, life becomes easier. This is the rule of life. Remember, the best revenge for an insult is not through conflict, but by achieving greater success. If you plan to do something, don't put it off for tomorrow. If it's something good, do it today. There is no greater enemy than the one who deceives you while pretending to be by your side, and no greater friend than the one who openly criticizes you with honesty. The truth may be bitter, but never betray your faith. Let go of your troubled past, as its influence will only spoil your future. There are 2 ways to live life: either achieve what you love or learn to love what you have achieved. The true value of something is realized before gaining it and after losing it, just as honor is best understood in its absence. The only love you receive for free is from your parents. In this world, every other relationship comes at a cost. Respond to insults with so much dignity that even the one who insulted you feels ashamed. As long as you continue to blame others for your struggles, you will never overcome them. Listen more and speak less. Perhaps that's why God gave us 2 ears and only 1 mouth. Forgive as much as you can, but trust only once. Never give anyone so much importance that they take away the smile from your face. Do not share your problems with others. 80% won't care, and the remaining 20% will be happy to hear about them. Shri Krishna says that some people pretend to care, but when the time comes to truly stand by you, they turn away. Be cautious. Just because someone speaks sweetly or shows sympathy does not mean they are your well-wisher. Life is shaped by your deeds, and you must endure whatever comes your way. Sorrow cannot be sold, and happiness cannot be bought. Sometimes the very person for whom you would do anything is the one who ends up hurting you the most. Friendships should not be based on appearances. Dark skin does not make a person bad, but a dark heart does. Life is a game of time, and every person is merely playing their role. It doesn't matter how many people you trust. What matters most is that you trust yourself. The biggest mistake is forming opinions about someone based on what others say. Who says happiness comes only from wealth? Even a simple walk can be joyful if you have good friends and relationships. It is better to walk away with dignity than to stay where you are not respected. A person may be introduced by their appearance, but their true identity is revealed through their words. Learn to judge people wisely, or you may be deceived. If you are right, you don't need to prove it. Time itself will bear witness. He may make you wait, but when the time comes, he will give you so much that you won't even be able to handle it. Friendship and relationships are important, but life's challenges teach us the necessity of being comfortable alone. Unnecessary worry is like a disease. It drains your inner strength. There are many beautiful sights in this world, but the most profound one is looking within yourself with closed eyes. You will not be punished for your anger. Your anger itself will punish you. Even the gods cannot defeat a person who has mastered self-control. A good night's sleep does not come easily. It requires living an honest life throughout the day. Sometimes people will call you bad even when you've done nothing wrong, simply because you refuse to conform to their expectations. No matter how much wealth you accumulate, your final farewell will always be summed up in a single line in the obituary. It may be bitter, but it is true. If yesterday was wasted, don't ruin today by dwelling on it. When life is tough, it's not wealth or influence that helps, but character and relationships. Never compare yourself to others. You are unique. Life is God's greatest creation, and it is perfect as it is. A person's life is shaped by their actions, and they reap what they sow. One can grow only as big as their mindset allows. No one can defeat a person who has the strength of patience. Difficult times act as mirrors, revealing our true capabilities. Mistakes may not bring immediate consequences, but sooner or later, they do. Make mistakes, it's part of learning, but never intentionally do wrong to others. Today's harsh reality is that people value wealth over character, intentions, and morality. It is often said, "Who dies by taking a false oath?" Perhaps some do not, but trust certainly does. Shri Krishna reminds us that while mistakes are part of learning, it does not mean one should continue making them forever in the name of experience. Take on challenges only as much as necessary. Don't let them consume your entire life. If you want to understand the value of time, ask those who count down the days until their next paycheck. The greatest skill you can develop is the ability to trust yourself. No matter how reliable your support system is, one day you will have to leave it behind. Nothing in this world changes as quickly as a person's intentions and perspectives. When you find yourself powerless in a situation, focus on one thing: choosing the right path. Sometimes the destination is found along the journey itself. A peaceful night's sleep is not easy to attain. For that, one must live an honest life throughout the day. Move forward in life with such speed and determination that the negativity of others crumbles beneath your feet. Often, the world changes those it once deemed unworthy. No one remains proud forever, just like a piggy bank, which believes all the money inside belongs to it until the day it breaks. If someone deceives you, be grateful, for such experiences teach valuable lessons about trust and awareness. Prepare yourself to move forward. The destination is waiting for you with open arms. Do not fear what lies ahead in life. Whatever happens will become an experience. Instead of blaming the mirror, clean your own face. Not every person you encounter is bad. Never lose courage. Perhaps even courage itself is waiting for you to give up before stepping in. Staying silent is not a weakness, and being alone is not helplessness. It is simply a habit. A coin has both heads and tails, but time favors only those who make a move. If hard work does not lead to success, change your strategy, not your principles. Even a tree changes its leaves, but never its roots. A person without self-confidence remains weak despite having strength, and foolish despite having intelligence, simply due to their mindset. Challenges are not meant to break you, but to make you stronger. Just as stones help new leaves sprout on trees, difficulties shape and prepare us for life. Some journeys must be undertaken alone. Not every companion we meet in life stays with us forever. No matter how high you soar, never forget your struggles and hardships. No matter how great the destination, the journey always begins with the first step. A person's patience is like a stretched rubber band. If pulled beyond its limit, it will snap. Serve others selflessly, but do not expect anything in return, for true rewards come only from God, not from people. Wise individuals find solutions, while cowards make excuses. If your intentions are pure, even setbacks will work in your favor. On the other hand, even the finest luxuries become meaningless when built on deception. Time is not generous enough to offer second chances. Always aim high. If you don't reach the moon, at least strive for the sky. People change their surroundings and relationships, yet remain unhappy because they fail to change themselves. Never doubt God's decisions. If you are being tested, there must be a reason. Cry freely within the walls of your home, but when you step out, wear a smile, because once people see your weakness, they will exploit it without hesitation. Losing a loved one is painful, but it hurts even more when someone close chooses to distance themselves. If you want to be happy in life, let go of those who have already let go of you. Apart from God, no one truly belongs to anyone. Maintain relationships, but don't expect permanence. Misunderstandings fade over time, but if left unresolved, they leave nothing behind except tears. A person consumed by ego fails to see both their own mistakes and those of others. Ironically, we often end up being ridiculed by the very people to whom we once revealed our deepest truths in moments of weakness. If two people never argue, it means the relationship is being maintained out of convenience rather than genuine connection. True relationships require open conversations, honesty, and the willingness to reconcile. It is better to preserve a relationship by apologizing than to destroy it by insisting on being right. The strongest relationships have fewer words and more understanding, fewer conflicts and more love, fewer expectations and more trust. Relationships should come from the heart, not just from words. Resentment should be directed at misunderstandings, not at the person. The presence of good people in our lives is a blessing, but keeping them is a skill. A beautiful relationship is one where love and laughter exist without conditions, where one laughs with you but never at you, and cries with you but never because of you. To truly love life, one must first love oneself. Only then can others love you. Genuine relationships are built on love, where there is no room for hatred or jealousy. Relationships hold great importance in everyone's life. Some are given to us by birth, while others we create ourselves. However, not every relationship can bring happiness, and not all relationships will stand by us in difficult times. Even among close relationships, differences can create bitterness, sometimes leading to separation. Relationships are delicate and require effort to strengthen and sustain. Do not treat relationships like the rain, appearing briefly and then disappearing. Instead, nurture them like roots that hold firm through every season. A story of the king and the blind old man. Once there was a king who was deeply passionate about hunting. One day he set out on a hunting expedition with his chief and some soldiers. After traveling long distances in search of prey, they became extremely thirsty. While searching for water in the forest, a soldier spotted a well. He informed the king, who immediately ordered him to fetch water. As the soldier approached the well, he noticed a blind old man serving water to passers-by. The soldier asked the old man, "Kind sir, may I have some water?" The blind old man snapped, "Go away, fool! I do not serve water to people like you." Shocked, the soldier returned to the king's chief and recounted the incident. The chief then decided to approach the old man himself, hoping for a different response. He politely requested water, but once again, the old man refused. As the king's thirst grew unbearable, he realized that sometimes life's greatest lessons come in the most unexpected ways. When the king asked his chieftain about the water, the chieftain informed him that a blind man at the well was refusing to provide it. Hearing this, the king, along with his soldier and chieftain, approached the blind old man. The king said, "Babaji, I am extremely thirsty and my throat is dry. If you could give me some water to drink, it would be a great kindness." Hearing this, the blind man replied, "Please have a seat. I will bring you water right away." The old man then respectfully made the king sit down and offered him water. After drinking, the king asked the old man, "How did you know that I am the king?" The old man responded wisely, "To recognize a person, one does not need eyesight. Their speech is their true identity." Hearing this, the chieftain and the soldiers felt ashamed. This teaches us that in life, there is nothing more valuable than the way we speak. A kind and respectful manner of speaking can help us achieve great things in life. Friendship and relationships. Every friend represents a unique world within us. Until they enter our lives, that world remains undiscovered. A true friend is someone who stands by you when the whole world walks away. Some relationships remain with us even after we are gone. Some are bound by birth and last a lifetime, standing with us through every joy and sorrow. Others are formed by emotional connections, giving us the courage to face life's challenges and move forward. We argue with someone only as long as we expect love from them. The moment that expectation ends, so does the conflict. This simple truth teaches us that while we should cherish our relationships, we should not place unrealistic expectations on others. Often, dishonest people speak sweetly, while honest people may speak bluntly. True relationships are not broken by words alone, but by misunderstandings and pride. Not everyone can understand another person's sorrow, because we always present a smile when we meet someone. One should neither be so bitter that people avoid them, nor so agreeable that people take advantage of them. Relationships make our life journey smoother and more fulfilling. That is why we should nurture every relationship with honesty and sincerity, whether it be with parents, a spouse, siblings, or friends. Every relationship deserves respect, understanding, and continuous effort to strengthen it. Building a relationship is as easy as writing on clay, but maintaining it is as difficult as writing on water. If you wish to be loved, then love others and be lovable. People may forget your words, but they will never forget how you made them feel. The value of relationships. We all are emotionally attached to our relationships in one way or another. Distinguishing right from wrong can be challenging, and sometimes misunderstandings lead to broken bonds. When relationships suffer, people often feel broken inside, and in some cases, this can even lead to depression. To prevent this, we must learn to value relationships before it is too late. Shri Krishna says that every person makes mistakes, but those with a pure heart will always strive to mend broken bonds. Expectations can be the biggest downfall in relationships. At times, a person neither breaks nor shatters completely. They simply become exhausted from themselves, from fate, and from their loved ones. It is essential to give yourself time and care because self-acceptance is the first step toward happiness. If you become excessively kind, people may take advantage of you. No matter how strained a relationship becomes, never completely sever it. Just as dirty water is not useful for drinking but can still extinguish a fire, even strained relationships can serve a purpose. Whenever life presents difficulties, God provides thousands of solutions. Those who trust blindly are sometimes deceived, but the real loss is suffered by those who betray trust for selfish gains. Keep doing good. Like water washes away dirt, goodness will always prevail over negativity. Wisdom and self-discovery. People who love to dream find their nights short, while those who strive to fulfill their dreams find their days short. If you want to understand someone's habits, give them respect. If you want to understand their nature, give them freedom. Every person has a unique talent, but many destroy their potential by trying to imitate others. Do not be so unattainable that people hesitate to reach out to you, nor be so easily available that they take you for granted. Silence is not always empty. Sometimes it carries the weight of deep emotions. A single mistake can make people forget all your good qualities. The more you try to explain yourself to others, the lonelier you may feel. Some relationships seem eternal, but even they can fade with time. Shri Krishna teaches that no matter how strong an ego is, it ultimately leads to a person's downfall. Many people will talk to you in their free time, but true love is when someone makes time for you. If you keep waiting for things to get better, you will remain stuck. Have the courage to rise, take charge of your life, and shape your own destiny. Before the world forgets you, create your own identity. Sometimes God removes certain people from our lives for our own benefit, making way for greater happiness and prosperity. The end of one chapter is not the end of the story. A new chapter can be even more beautiful. The happiest people in life are those who understand that expecting too much from others often leads to disappointment. True satisfaction comes from trusting ourselves and taking responsibility for our own happiness. When we rely on our own actions rather than external validation, we find greater confidence, fulfillment, and inner peace. A little sadness in life is essential because it strengthens us and deepens our understanding of life. It gives us the opportunity to learn from difficulties, changes our perspective, and teaches us how to balance struggles with happiness. If life were filled only with joy, we would never truly grow. It is a common misconception that a single person cannot make a difference. But look at the sun. It alone illuminates the entire world. The truly fortunate are not those who receive everything easily, but those who make the best of what they have. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, when a person's needs change, their way of speaking changes too. Personal gain is one of the lowest forms of pursuit, yet people constantly chase after it. The real loser is the one who complains repeatedly, while the true winner is the one who keeps trying, even after 1,000 failures. Ironically, the person we love the most often takes the greatest advantage of us because they know our weaknesses. Be wise enough to forgive, but never foolish enough to trust someone who has betrayed you again. Never lose hope. Tomorrow will be better than today. Strive to elevate yourself to a level where people regret losing you. Never compare yourself to anyone. Be the best version of yourself, for every creation of God is unique. Considering yourself inferior is an insult to God's creation. The human mind is both its greatest enemy and its greatest friend. If the mind controls you, it becomes your enemy. If you control your mind, it becomes your greatest ally. Do not feel bad if someone ignores you. People often behave according to their own status. Never chase after those who do not value you. The story of the king's devotion. Once, a king built a temple dedicated to Lord Krishna and appointed a priest to worship the deity. He instructed his minister to send a garland to the temple every day, which the priest would first offer to Lord Krishna before placing it around the king's neck whenever he visited for darshan. This practice continued for many years. As time passed, the priest grew old. One day the king fell ill and sent his servant to deliver the garland to the priest, instructing him that he would not be able to visit the temple that day. When the priest received the message, he offered the garland to Lord Krishna as usual. However, he then thought to himself, "For years, I have never worn the garland that I have been offering to God. Perhaps today, it is God's wish that I wear it." Believing it to be a divine sign, the priest took the garland from the deity and placed it around his own neck. Just then, the king's servant returned with an urgent message. The king, despite his illness, was still coming to the temple as he did not want to break the sacred tradition. The priest, realizing his mistake, quickly removed the garland from his neck and placed it back on the deity. When the king arrived, the priest, as always, removed the garland from the idol and placed it around the king's neck. However, upon examining the garland, the king noticed a white hair entangled in it. He immediately questioned the priest, "Did you wear this garland? Where did this white hair come from?" The priest, fearing punishment, nervously replied, "This hair belongs to Lord Krishna." The king, enraged, said, "You are lying. Since when has God's hair turned white?" He declared that he would return the next day to inspect the deity. "If I find that the hair on the idol is not white, you will be sentenced to death for lying to me." Terrified, the priest fell at the feet of the idol and wept bitterly. "Lord, please forgive me. I was overcome with greed and wore the garland myself. Please save me, or tomorrow the king will have me executed." The priest spent the entire night in prayer, pleading for divine intervention. The next morning, when the king arrived at the temple, he removed the deity's crown, and to his astonishment, there were white hairs on the idol's head. The king suspected that the priest had somehow altered the idol to escape punishment. To confirm, he plucked a few strands of hair, and immediately blood began flowing from the idol. Overwhelmed, the king fell to his knees, sobbing and begging for forgiveness. At that moment, a divine voice emerged from the idol. "O king, you see me as an idol because you only acknowledge my physical form. But the priest has always seen me as a living presence. To protect my devotee, I turn my hair white and shed blood so that you may understand that where there is true devotion, there is God." This story teaches us a valuable lesson. Nothing is possible without God's blessings. If you remember Him with sincerity, He will always come to your aid. A final thought. Friends, we hope you found inspiration in this story. If you like this message, please support us by liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more life-changing content. See you in the next video. Until then, take care. Jai Shri Krishna.